Yeah, yeah.
What's good? It's your boy JayThat'sMe. We're going to get into TNA Impact from May the 29th, 2025. An okay show for the most part, but it could have been better. So we kick the show off with commentary. Tom Hannafin and Matthew Raywalt. They were pretty upset basically about what happened once Trick Williams won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Battleground. So that was pretty cool. I like that. So this leads us into the first match of the night. It was a fatal four-way number one contenders match for the for the TNA Tag Team Championships. First class, the Aztec Warriors, but Octagon Jr. got taken out earlier on by the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, versus the Rascals. Thankfully, the Rascals win, so the match was pretty decent because of the Rascals and Laredo Kid and Casey Navarro. So all three of them, all those guys did pretty well. So really good shit there. I dug that. The Rascals winning makes perfect sense. Are they going to beat the Nemesis? Probably not. The Nemesis probably will get there. They'll probably end up facing the Hardys, maybe like a 2 out of 3 falls match at Slammiversary. I don't know. It all depends on, what's going to go down. So, there's that. Post-match, Ryan and Nick Nemeth, they were interviewed by, I can't remember her name. I think her name is Gabby something. I can't remember her actual name. They were interviewed by her, and they seem to be fine with the match, basically. So they're not really too worried about it. Makes sense. It's going to be an easy win for the Nemeth brothers. The Rascals are there just to put the Nemeth brothers over, basically. So why wouldn't they put them over? It is what it is. So there's that. Moving on, this leads us into Mustafa Ali. He defeats Raj Singh. So he wins via the 450 splash. It was basically just a squash match. It didn't even matter. So post-match, he once again gets physical with Tasha Steelz in a moment of temporary insanity. I like this, but my thing is, what is the end goal to all this, if we're being honest? What's the damn end goal? There has to be an end goal as to why Ali is going off the damn deep end. Like, we got to understand, what's going down. Like, what's the reason for all this? Is Mustafa Ali going to get a push? Because, he's a serviceable heel, and really and truthfully, he does not need the good hands, and he doesn't need Tasha Steelz. He just doesn't. But I am interested in this and seeing how this, honestly, is going to play out. It does intrigue me for the most part. So, who knows? Maybe it could end up leading to Mustafa Ali being one of the guys to beat Steve Maclin, maybe. I don't know. For the International Championship. I don't know. We have to wait and see how that's going to all play out. But I do like where the heel turn for Mustafa Ali, him being this unhinged heel. I do like that. Moving on. So, Ariana Grace is backstage with Santana Marella, her pops. They're going to team up tonight against Robert Stone and Victoria Crawford, a.k.a. Alicia Fox. So, this leads us into Lei Ling Lee, a.k.a. Xia Li, defeating Ash by Elegance. So that's pretty cool there. She wins via a thunderstruck into an airplane spin, which was kind of bizarre to me. For the 1, 2, 3, I do like this. Post-match, Masha Slamovich, she comes out and she confronts... She confirms the match between her and Lei Ling Ling against all odds. So it is going to be confirmed. So that's pretty cool. That should be awesome right there. Again, are we going to have Xia Li work heel? Probably not, because again, it's babyface versus babyface. You can't have that. You got to quit doing the heel and babyface and babyface. Somebody has to wrestle a heel. Who's it going to be? I don't know. So, my bad, there's that. As for Elegance, she continues to be a really good comedy character as well. So she's really good in that department. Moving on. So, let's lead this into Trick Williams. He's on the Titantron, because he didn't want to come into Canada, which I don't blame him. He says that he demands a first-class airplane ticket and a 5-star hotel, but only, but TNA only wanted to offer coach. Then he warns Mike Santana not to get into his way, in his face again, or he'll take him out. And then he taunts Joe Hendry for taking his fans and his brand. Okay, so I do like this. I like how Trick is really acting like TNA is some nonchalant, third-rate company. I do like that. Really good stuff there. I am excited for Trick Williams and Mike Santana on NXT this upcoming Tuesday, but I think it's going to be probably a screwy finish, maybe like a DQ finish of some kind, maybe a double count out, maybe maybe Joe Hendry shows up or somebody else from TNA shows up and gets involved. Maybe, I don't fucking know, but that's where it seems like this is going. I don't think that Trick is going to win clean. I really don't. And again, Mike Santana's not going to win the championship until Slammiversary. And I think that's going to be in New York. I think it's going to be is it Long Island, New York, or is it Brooklyn, New York? One of the two. I have to Google it and see, but I think Slammiversary is going to be taking place in Long Island, New York. So if that's the case, you already know Santana is going to walk away as the new TNA World Heavyweight Championship. As the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I'm sorry about that shit. I apologize for that. Moving on, Manson Warner, he defeats a jobber, basically. Who cares? Post-match, Steph Delana gets on the mic. She touts out it's the Mance Delander era. She tells the winner of the night's main event that Manson Warner is coming for the TNA International Championship. Who cares about this shit? This shit does not matter at all. Manson Warner is okay, but, none of this shit matters, if we're being honest. Moving on. So then this leads us into Santana Marella and Ariana Grace versus Robert Stone and Victoria Crawford, a.k.a. Alicia Fox. So Robert Stone, he comes out and along with Tessa Blanchard, he says that Tessa Blanchard is not going to be able to compete tonight, but Victoria Crawford is going to be her stand-in. Alicia Edwards, she's going to be the special enforcer. Oh my God. There's going to be a few rules to this match. Rule number 1, the match is only going to be 10 minutes. Rule number 2, there are no Cobras allowed from Santana Marella. And then Tessa Blanchard, she gets involved ringside. She is ejected immediately. And then Victoria Crawford, she finishes off Ariana Grace. But Robert Stone steals the pin for the win for his team. So he basically rolls up, I guess, Santana Marella. Who cares? This shit's not important, but that was pretty funny though. Next, I forgot to mention that we got a backstage vignette talking about it featured 2 new international talents. They're from Scotland, and they are Myra Grace and Harley Hudson. So they are TNA's newest international signings, which is cool. I do remember there being a report saying that they were going to bring in some international talent, and I guess these two women are it. That's pretty cool, interesting stuff. So, I like it. They cut a really good backstage promo, about how they came up on the Indies in Scotland and everything. And then they somehow were able to make it to TNA. And that was really, really cool. So I like this. I like the segment and everything. Moving on, so this leads us into George Iceman and Heather by Elegance. The personal concierge says that Ash by Elegance isn't with them because she's recovering from her match earlier on. He goes in to introduce the new and improved Maggie Lee, now going by the name of M by Elegance. I like that. As he is boasting her attributes and setting up a celebratory toast. So Harley, Hudson, and Myra Grace, they show up. They crash the party. They remind George Iceman that he interrupted their moment earlier on in the show, and they throw a drink at them. So then later on, it's announced that Heather and M by Elegance, they're going to take on Hudson and Grace next week. Cool. Pretty cool shit there. That should be interesting. And then this leads us into the main event of the evening. Steve Maclin versus Matt Cardona for the TNA International Championship. I didn't give a single fuck about this match. Basically, Steve Maclin wins via the KIA to retain. Who cares about this shit? Really, not that important, so whatever. I don't really care. Then, when the show was about to go off the air, Mike Santana, he showed up backstage. He said that he vows to win back the TNA World Heavyweight Championship from Trick Williams next Tuesday on NXT. And that was the end of the show. So, the show was fine. Oh, I forgot to mention, Moose and Eric Young, they had some words on the show. Who gives a fuck? Apparently, Eric Young is now a babyface. Apparently, since they're in Canada for a couple weeks. Who gives a shit? It's going to be Moose and Eddie. My bad. It's going to be Moose and Eric Young next week. I don't care. My problem with TNA is this. They refuse to get rid of bums like Moose and Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, Alicia Edwards. Move on from these fucking people. Please. TNA, move on from these people. It's not hard. Just send most of these people to NWA or MLW. Or send them on the indies. Or, better yet, send them to Scott D'Amore's promotion. Do that. Just do that. Send them all to Maple Leaf. That would be great. That would be tremendous right there. So, all in all, the show itself was kind of weak. It really wasn't that much to get into and talk about. Clearly, this is just to hold us over until Against All Odds. I don't even know if the Against All Odds card is finalized yet. I think there's only been like 2 matches announced. That's going to be Masha Slamovich versus Lei Ying Lee, Xia Li, for the TNA Knockouts Championship, and the Nemeths versus the Rascals for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. But that's it. They don't have anything else for that show yet. But I guess they'll piece everything else together next week for the Go Home show. So whatever. But what did you guys think of Impact? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.